little gap there.
Oh, yeah.
Is where that- yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live.
Yes.
Rihanna Crean, joined by James Pavey, the digital news editor for supercars.com.au. We're in Tassie, James, and it's not terribly cold just yet.
No, it's not. It's beautiful to be here. I love coming to Tassie. I mean, the flight this morning was a little bit too bumpy for my liking, but that's just me, sweaty hands. But it's always great to come back to Tasmania, and especially Symonds Plains. Spent a bit of the time there today, and it was all happening, all the cars unloading. I can't wait. It's going to be a big weekend.
So we are down here at the front of the National Automobile Museum of Tasmania here for a driver's signing session, which kicks off in about now, a couple of minutes' time. So drivers hopefully will be arriving to meet the fans that have actually been lining up for some time here. And we always get such an awesome reception from the fans here in Tasmania. I feel like they're such passionate fans, they're such knowledgeable fans, and when we come here, they really embrace supercars.
We're always proud of saying this is Tasmania's biggest annual sporting event. And it always seems to be the case when you go through the crowd, you stand at turn one or whatever, I'm sure you've been there over the years, seeing how passionate people are. It's a great track. I mean, anytime you've got a track that's less than 3 kilometres long, it's unbelievable. But spectator standpoint, signing sessions, where we are right now, I mean, seeing the town turn out, seeing Tasmania turn out. I mean, there was an event yesterday in Hobart as well. So Tassie loves their sport. They're getting a footy team soon, but they love supercars too.
And the cars themselves have been on somewhat of a journey since our last outing in Taupo for New Zealand. They've come across the ditch and then across here to Tasmania, and a little bit of a delay in the middle of that, but the cars are here and well and truly ready to hit the track this weekend. It's round 4 of the championship.
Wow.
And we're about halfway of the Sprint Cup. So things are people are starting to think about finals, which is something new this year. And as we stand, there is everything to play for. This thing is going to go down to the wire when we get to the end of the Sprint Cup.
6 drivers, 111 points at the top. I mean, how cool's that? Not many motorsports around the world can say that. I know different points and things like that, but when you've had 6 different race winners from 5 different race teams through 9 race starts, it's just crazy. And you've seen the quality of the racing this year. It's probably been the talking point. And it certainly kept me busy writing stories and talking to drivers, press conferences on TV, podcasts, whatever. Everyone's talking about the racing.
Yeah.
And that's a really good thing for supercars, to have really hard racing. It's touring car racing, as we've known it for such a long time, but it's so competitive, it's crazy. I'm sure you're enjoying it too.
Yeah, absolutely loving it. And I think we come away from every weekend thinking, is it going to get better? Because that was pretty good. And I feel like this weekend we're going to be in for a real show. We know that the circuit at Symonds Plains always throws up fireworks. Something will happen at the hairpin at turn 4 within the first couple of minutes of a session, probably, no doubt. And when we talk about that top 10 for the finals, you spoke about 1 to 6 being so close, only covered by 114 points, I think it is. But then from 7 to 13, 14, that's only another just over 100 points as well. So when we start to think about when we get through the end of this Sprint Cup part of the championship, those vital points are really going to come into play. And as we see Cam Hill, who's been on somewhat of a form momentum. No, we'll talk to you later, Cam. He has been really a standout performer this year for Matt Stone Racing, getting that breakthrough victory at the Melbourne Grand Prix, having another podium backing that up, and he comes into this weekend with some really serious form.
And he loves this track, Rihanna. I think some of his first top 10 results in supercars were at this track, but looking at Matt Stone Racing as well, they won a race here last year with Nick Percat, who, we talk about finals, he needs a big weekend to get back in contention. There are a lot of drivers that need to have a big weekend. I wrote about it on the website today, you'll have a look at that. But Cameron Hill, 7th in the points and 7th on merit.
Yeah,
and when you talk about that win in Melbourne as well, but that podium in New Zealand, I think, was a very sensible drive from him. This is his 3rd season, but the way he was able to not get too fussed by losing the lead to Matt Payne, drove his own race, finished 2nd in a really big points-paying race.
Yeah.
His 7th on merit. Great drive this year.
And speaking of Matt Payne, Penrite Racing, I mean, had an absolutely outstanding weekend last time out in Taupo, took home the Jason Richards Trophy, got that victory with the home crowd. We could hear them from pit lane. They were just a standing ovation for Matt Payne. But we come to this weekend and there's probably a couple little question marks alongside him, because this weekend last year for Penrite was not a great weekend.
No, we know that Matt's fast, he's naturally fast, and his teammate Kylan's naturally fast as well, but when it comes to car speed, they really struggled to unlock their cars last year, Penrite Racing in Tasmania. I think Matt Payne, who's one of the best one-lap drivers in this category, couldn't even crack the top 20, and that shouldn't happen at this level. So he knows that. He made a very clear point about that. He made a point about that in the press conference, in podcasts, in the media since then. So if they have fixed that, if they have managed to unlock some speed in Tasmania, a track that has really hurt them in the past, I mean, he could be the championship leader at the end of this weekend as well. And that's on merit too. I mean, there are so many stories up and down pit lane, and there's a lot of guys sitting up here as well. But yeah, look out for Matt Payne, I reckon. We're
going to go and chat to some of the drivers in a minute. When we talk about this event last year, Cam Waters, Thomas Randall had wonderful weekends. Thomas Randall had that pole position, but unfortunately it came unstuck with that incident with Brock Feeney. It's been talked about a lot in the lead up to this weekend. He's a guy that is right on the edge of taking a victory, and at the moment sits on 9 podiums and hasn't been able to crack that victory. What do you think about him this weekend?
He's determined. I mean, he's quick, and we know Tom's quick, and he's been successful in most categories he's been in as well. But when I think about Thomas Randall, well, he's got speed. See if I can find Ben here as well. But yeah, a couple of poles, a lot of podiums, but chasing that first race win. And I think you look at his form the last few years and his form at this racetrack, Real, he's going to be hard to beat if he can start at the front as well. But got to remember as well, something we'll talk about too, two different... sorry, mate. We've got 2 different tyre compounds as well, which will be a talking point too. So there's a few different drivers that could be pretty impressive, but I'll throw it over to you, Rihanna.
We'll just head over here to Kai Allen, who's actually... Just checking exactly where you are. You're in Tasmania, Kai. Racing at Simmons Plains this weekend. We're live on Facebook at the moment, Kai. Tassie, have you raced here in any other category?
No, never been here. Never been in Forbes. 2 weeks ago, come down, did a few laps in a little XL, so it's going to be a bit of a difference when I jump in the supercar. But never been here. It's the 3rd round in a row that I've never been to the track. So a lot of learning happening, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure out. It's a lot easier to learn. There's only... six corners to learn, so a lot easier than Taupo or Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Something that is also difficult is signing whilst you have to talk to me on live television, but I'll let you keep signing because we've got plenty of people that are waiting to see you guys. What do you do aside from coming here the other day in XL? Is there anything else you can do in terms of preparation when you haven't been to a track before?
Yeah, obviously watching a lot of footage from the years before. Obviously we've got the simulator at the workshop now where I've done a lot of work on to get really close to the real car, so just that really, just simulator work, prep, research, and just watching a lot of onboard vision of Maddie last year as well. So all those sort of things. But as soon as you get out there, still got a lot to learn. When you haven't been here. But I'm prepped as much as I can. So I'll hopefully go out there tomorrow and I can just fine tune a few things what I need to work on. So look forward to that.
You're a rookie in the championship this year. How do you find this stuff? All the other bits outside of having to learn tracks and learning new cars and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's good. It's a bit of a challenge, but that's what I've signed up for. So it's good. I think all this stuff's pretty good. The biggest thing for me is a lot of these guys have been to the tracks. That's the hardest thing, is getting on it, in practice, and really trying to be on the A game straight out the box, because you only get a couple practice sessions and you're straight into qualifying, and it's so close in this game, so it makes it very difficult. But yeah, I'm slowly getting better and better. I'm getting more comfortable with the car now. The first couple of rounds I had to learn the car and the tracks, so it's a bit easier now. I'm getting comfortable in the car. I can just sort of make sure I'm onto the tracks, and hopefully we can make sure we're all sorted for the first practice.
Thanks, Kyle. I'll let you keep signing. All the best for the fantastic weekend. I think James has got someone else lined up for us.
Some merch around. All right, well, I'm going to meet the Walkinshaw and Drew United boys. I'm going to poke in the middle. Hello, boys. Ryan Wood, you're live on Facebook with Supercars. How are you going?
Yeah, good. Nervous now.
What are you nervous for?
Because we're live.
Don't say anything I wouldn't. So, you've been quick this season. Quick at every round so far. Got that podium at Taupo. Was it a bit of a monkey off the back for you? But how close do you feel to that race win? I mean, looking at turn 1 at Taupo in the last race, you were really giving it your all.
Yeah, I think, obviously monkey off the back is probably the best word to describe the feeling after Taupo, and, excited to go racing this weekend, but Tassie's just such a different event and such a different track to obviously Taupo and so many others. So, not really got too many expectations. I think for us, we've just got to keep building and chipping away, and, like you said, we've been pretty solid most of the year, so I'm excited to get going this weekend and see what we can do.
What's that final step you've got to take? I mean, there were lap 1 incidents in Melbourne and New Zealand that may have cost you potential wins. Is that something that you feel you've got to get out of your system a bit, or that's just the way you race?
I think for me it's just about picking and choosing the battles and, thinking about the long game, and sometimes I think about lap 1 and not lap 60. So, just got to think about that and, yeah, feeling like I'm learning lots and feel like I've been probably on a few sides of the wrong calls, and that's just the way that motorsport rolls. And I think there's a lot of positives to take out of the start of the year. So there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel, and just trying to chase that.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Cheers.
Probably should use my microphone, shouldn't I? Back to you, Rihanna.
I actually want to jump over here and have a quick chat with Macaulay Jones, because he is debuting a very, very cool livery this weekend. Macca Jones, we're live on Facebook at the moment. Hey, mate, your car looks awesome. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we keep rolling with some cool liveries, which I feel like we've got a bit of a uphold our cool liveries. So yeah, it's really good. The Karate Kid Cross Pizza Hut is for this weekend if you haven't seen it. But love it and keen for the weekend to see what it can do.
Pizza Hut really come on board in terms of liveries and showcasing what you guys can do. Do you have any input to what they put on your car?
I have a little bit. This one I didn't, but I probably try and do the suits more than the car themselves. I really like getting involved with the suits. We couldn't get one done for this weekend, but we have another one coming, which we've done a design for, which you'll have to wait for, but it's going to be pretty cool.
Looking forward to that. I mean, what are your thoughts ahead of the weekend? Different format, different qualifying format, tyres. There's a whole lot to get your head around. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit to get your head around every race weekend at the moment, which is cool. We're trying new things and spicing it up. I mean, it's it's an interesting one to do it, and you just got to try and chip away at it. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. We had a okay run here last year, but I'm really looking forward to improve on that.
What is the absolute knack that you require to ensure that you can do it, get a quick time in qualifying?
I think if you can nail the braking at this joint, it's pretty key to it. I mean, there's only there is 3 corners, but they've got big braking zones, and it's really technical. As short as it is, it's very detail orientated. So yeah, if we can nail the braking, I think you can set the corner up well.
Thanks, Macca. Have a great weekend. Continue signing on. As you can see, the fans are starting to flush through now as the drivers are getting their signing away. And James, it really is the unique thing about our sport is the access that fans have to our drivers. And whenever we come into town, we always have some sort of meet and greet with the drivers in town. And it's just such a cool opportunity for fans to literally shake the hands of the stars.
Well, I was a kid one day, and well, we're all kids one day, but I remember going to my first Bathurst. I think I was 8 years old, and I'll never forget. Peter Brock was in the paddock, and I just like all these people. I didn't really know what it meant back then, but for kids here today, just right here, like now, you'll see these drivers. You never know one of these drivers. Definitely one of these drivers this year will be a Supercars champion. So to be able to say you can meet these drivers, say good day, and get an autograph, you can have forever. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And these are memories that these kids and these people will have for the rest of their lives. I just want to quickly get a couple of words from Tom Randall. I know we're quickly running out of time, but Tom, how are you?
Hey Rihanna, I'm very well, and yourself?
I'm fantastic.
How's the weather?
The weather's good. I'm wearing a very thick jacket, and I don't need to be at all. How's the last couple of days been for you?
It's been fun, a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a 4-driver retreat down at Prix Lodge. I think I've pronounced that right. So
don't call it Fresnay.
Did someone do that? No. Okay, we won't go any further there. But no, it was a lot of fun, and got together with Ben Nightingale and Brendan from Ford. And yeah, it was the 9 of us because Matt Payne was actually still in New Zealand. But no, it was a lot of fun, and we did a few team building things and a few shunts here. But no, it was pretty good. And yeah, it's been a busy few weeks for me, but I'm looking forward to getting back to Tassie.
What are your thoughts when you get to Tassie?
You know what? I really love this state. It is absolutely stunning. We flew into Hobart. We went and saw Cam's Distillery, and I'd never been to Hobart before, and we drove up to Freycinet, and it's just so picturesque here in Tassie, and I'd love to actually spend a bit of time, touring the state because it's pretty stunning.
It's pretty cool when you've got a teammate who owns a distillery, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, and his partner Brooks from Tassie. So I think we've got the whole Tasmanian entourage this weekend.
All the best, Tom. Thanks for chatting with us. James, I think we're quickly running out of time, but I mean, it's going to be, I just have this feeling that this weekend, a few spicy things are about to happen.
It's our longest race in Tasmania since 2019. I hope you guys watched it all. 3 massive days of Supercars action. I think we're on air from 11:30 a.m. City time tomorrow. So I can't wait. I hope to be busy. When I'm busy, it's going to be a good weekend. When you're busy, it's good too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just supercars. We've got Super 2, Super Utes as well, Aussie racing cars. So there's plenty on the undercard as well. It's going to be a huge weekend. Join us live on the broadcast from tomorrow, 11:30. Plenty of action to unfold. Thanks, James.